Why did you take up public speaking? Did you do it for personal advantage? And I'm not talking about selfishness here. I took up public speaking because I knew that I had to do it, because I was terrified of speaking in front of audiences. I was that person who would remain quiet when someone said, "Has anyone got any questions?" I was the person who would hold my hand in front of my mouth as though I was almost afraid to say any words. I can recall as a teenager being told, "Take your hand away from your mouth, Tom." This must have been a psychological barrier that I'd put up, that I was frightened that people would perhaps ridicule what I had to say. Whatever it was, I took up public speaking because I really needed it. I knew how badly I needed to become confident. Maybe you were the same. But after that, after you become reasonably confident, what did you decide to do then? Continue with it? And if you did decide to continue with it, what were you thinking about? More personal advantage? Perhaps being more articulate, more confident, you'd get promoted, get a better job? This is what a lot of people think, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then eventually, I'll get good enough at this to be able to teach other people to do it. Maybe I can become a teacher, an instructor, a professional presenter. But then you think to yourself, why am I doing this? Am I thinking that what I've got to say can change the world? And you realise, perhaps in some very small way, that you can. You can't speak to all the people in the world, but you can speak to certain people. And maybe you will influence some of them. And they in turn will influence others with the message that you've imparted to them. And so forth down the line. So you're thinking something beyond yourself here. You're thinking, I can help make the world a better place. But are we really doing that? Our opinion of how the world will become a better place is simply our beliefs, our opinions. We don't have much more to go on than that, really. But my challenge to you, if you're a speaker, is if you are endeavouring to change other people in some way, what have you done to change yourself? Obviously, you've become confident, competent, and maybe even excellent as a speaker. But what are you teaching? What are you imparting? What are you bringing to the world? Are you bringing your best, as best being speaking your truths from the heart as you know them? And if you're doing that, are you endeavouring to grow as a person, to become a better person, so that you can become a better bringer of messages to others? Remember, public speaking or writing, any form of communication, really is just the method. It's the method. It's not the end in itself. The end in itself is to bring what you are, the deepest part of you, to your audience. And this is an ongoing job. We need to grow ourselves in character, in values, so that what we bring to the audiences is always a little bit more profound as we grow through our own lives. We need to change ourselves before we can start to change others. This changing of ourselves is a lifelong job. It involves a lot of mindfulness, insight, meditation, and perhaps recording what we've learned so that we can bring what we've learned to others. Our mission, the way I see it, is to continually grow towards the greatest being that we are, so that we can bring the greatest of ourselves to our listeners.